the body a little bit, even if it's just a little like this. Hi, Mom. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Jasmine. Ladies, turn those cameras on. I want to see your faces. Let's get it. Yes, changing that frequency. So good. Hi, Caitlin. Turn your camera on, girlfriend. I want to see you. Yes, Gabby. Yes, Annie. Yeah, good. And just starting to move it around. We're here for a minute or two. Yes. Play frequency, baby. Bring it in. So good. And just notice, does it feel silly? Do you feel safe to let it out? Just noticing, just witnessing what is here. Even if it's 9 p.m. for you East Coasters, let's go, stand up. Yes, Tanika, I see you, girl. Okay, Liz. Get up, girlfriend, there you are. Woo! How do you want to feel this year? Let's lean into that. So good. Woo! And even if it feels uncomfortable, just notice in your body, where do I feel that rigidity and how can I just open more space? There you go. Maybe a big breath, opening more space in the body. Woo! Flicking it off. Any shit you don't need today, you can flick that off. So good. Woo! Yes, Jasmine, so good. Letting a couple more people in here. Woo! And just when you think you're tired and all of a sudden you just find just a little bit more. Here we go. Yes. Community, baby, getting to do it with other women, hell yeah. Woo! Get those calories in as we start. Hey. Woo! So good. Now, in that chat box, I want you to throw down, how do you feel? How are you feeling in this moment as you're entering this space? What is here for you, ladies? As you guys joined for a workshop that included play, something about play brought you in, something about 2025 and creating visions as a visionary and a feminine leader brought you in. How do you feel right now? Throw that down. Tanika, expansive. Energy, yes, Morgan. Ready, hopeful. Yes, all of it. Happy. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm kind of turned on. There's this feeling of being like turned on by some codes that are flowing through and then creating this medicine to throw those codes onto you and through you. And starting with, yes, Amber, good to see you. Yeah, honestly heavy, but ready to shift my mindset. Yeah, all it takes is starting moving the body. Sometimes when we feel like this, and it's so hard to just open up the space, but knowing you can and you have it within you to access that, it's always there for you. Okay, we're gonna start off. I'm gonna throw you guys for a loop here, just real quick. We're gonna start off, I'm gonna put you guys into breakout rooms. You get 1 minute per person. It's gonna be at random. And I want you to say, I am fucking epic because blank. And you're gonna fill that in. You are gonna tell a perfectly good stranger why you are so amazing. And I want you to be centered and I want you to say it with conviction. So I'm gonna start just to give you an example. I am fucking epic because I have created a container of medicine because of some shit that I went through years ago. And through all of that pain, I created purpose. And with my purpose, I was able to show up here today for you guys. And that is fucking epic, okay? So you guys, I'm gonna put you in a quick group. Again, 1 minute per person. Give me 2 seconds and we'll be right back in a few minutes. How many are you? We are 17, perfect. Okay, we're gonna go into, I think 7 makes sense, 8 groups. Here we go, here we go. I will see you all in 2 minutes. Here we go. Let's see. Assign. See you soon. Kimberly, are you there? Can you hear me? Let me see how I put you in a room. Testing. Kimberly Guyman, are you there? If you are muted and I cannot hear you. Welcome back. Hi, Gara. Hi, Gabby. Giselle, we'll wait for everyone else to join. Slowly but surely coming back. Let's open it up. Hi, son. Good to see you, Annie. Who wants to do a share in front of the group here? Just one person real quick. Let's open it up. How did it feel to say I'm fucking epic at something in front of a perfectly amazing stranger? Who would like to chime in as the rest of the ladies come back from their room? Some of them are finishing up. Annie?
Yeah, I will.
Yes.
It felt a little awkward to really kind of like claim what is being cultivated right now within the new year. Because I could look at all the story and I'm like, no, what am I truly cultivating right now?
I see. And where do you feel the resistance? What is the resistance piece?
The resistance piece has been being seen, like to move through the emotions, really to just own and see and receive prosperity.
Yeah, absolutely. So beautiful that you can name that. Thank you so much for sharing. I'll open it up to one more gal since a few of you came on here. Does anyone want to share how it felt to say, I am epic in front of a perfectly beautiful stranger? Who wants to kick in? Amber, I see you smiling, girlfriend.
No, it was great. It was so lovely because just the support. I just love a space with women. It just is such a beautiful space. And so Tara and I were in a Zoom with your beautiful aunt. So that was amazing to be able
Oh, I love
to do
that.
that. Yes,
Oh, I
but it
got
was
some family in here today. I
I
love
love
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. So it was great. It was wonderful and it was a beautiful thing to like hear each person say it confidently and own what makes them special and powerful and magical and being able to like lean into that. So it was great. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how often do we feel like sometimes we're too much or we have to make ourselves smaller? But really, you want to say, I feel really good about this. But we're afraid to say, I'm really good at this or feel good about this because you don't want someone else to feel bad. But it's not our responsibility. It's not our responsibility, but to show up in your authenticity is our responsibility, right? So I'm just going to jump in. The reason I even have this space open today is from a very difficult experience I had gone through years ago. I was the owner of a company, solo female entrepreneur, running my shit with a bunch of men who wouldn't even say my name on phone calls. And I really had to work my fucking ass off to be seen. So I have this worthiness wound of like needing to prove myself over and over again. At what cost, right? Until I felt so ill at one point that I knew I had to change and shapeshift something. Yes, it was with a psychedelic journey 2.5 years ago, and it changed my life forever. And the most beautiful thing about it was it actually changed the way that I live and exist in my body from a cellular level. And from that, I'm still integrating. It's been years, and that's how I've created Wintuition. This is how I've created and wanted to educate myself more on energy and what we are, and remember who the fuck I am. Outside of this body, outside of the titles, outside of all the things that I've created, like who am I? And how can I serve from that place, from my heart? My mind was getting in my way. It was like everything was like blast off of thoughts, and I'm not good enough, and I don't know how to do this, and all this shit. And then all of a sudden it was like, no, this is my heart. How can I bring my heart into the world? A lot of you in here are feminine leaders in so many different capacities. So bringing your heart is imperative to healing. And this is where play comes in. Play is important. And so we'll jump into play in a second. I want to start with our visions, but play is such an imperative healing modality. And I'm going to explain to you why. And just to let you guys know, there's a bunch of new faces I've never met today too. So my name is Michelle. I always forget to say that. And I work in trauma centers across the city. I come from a very trauma-informed lens when it comes to all the modalities that I use, from Reiki and sound healing and breath work and whatnot. And my mission has been to deeply serve women so that we can feel safe in our bodies and actually be able to still execute our work, do all the things we're really good at, but not at a cost of something. So that's why we're here. This is why I've created these types of workshops. I love bringing women and communities together. It is so freaking potent and palpable. You can feel it in a space. And so today I want to create the big vision. So I know a lot's been going down in the beginning of 2025, but it shouldn't take us away from our vision, okay? We're gonna serve where we can, but we also have to serve ourselves too. We can't pour from an empty cup. And so balancing serving others and serving yourself is incredibly important. And so we're gonna go into some journaling. I want you to create your vision. We're gonna focus on what it looks like first, okay? So if you could create anything you wanted in your life, knowing you could access it, and all it starts with is a thought, putting your pen to your paper and already creating that dream in reality by doing so, what would you write? When it comes to family, friends, your dream job, the dream man or woman, whomever, really creating, like if there was no cap or limit, and there was a boundless amount of space, what would you write down? I'm gonna leave us for about 7 minutes. I'm gonna put some songs on, and then we're gonna come back. Your big vision, and again, this is, what does it look like? Everything, anything, write it down. Nothing is too much. The mind caps us and says something is too much. What if that did not exist? Because it doesn't. What if you could have everything and anything you desire? You put your heart into it and then take the action steps to follow through.
Michelle, can you say the prompt again?
Yeah, what is your big vision for 2025? But what does it look like? We're going to get into more specificities later, but for now, just what would that look like? Like Anton would say, the apples. What apples do you want? Like, what quantifiable things can you see in your life? What type of job? What type of partner? What do they look like visually? So specific if you can. The more specificity, the better. Just looked in the chat finally. I heard the music's a bit loud. Can you guys hear me a bit better now? Yeah. Okay. Creating this vision with the mind. With the mind. To wrap up, we have more to do. All right, ladies, how did that feel? Even just getting your pen and putting it to paper and being like, ah, did it feel kind of like one of your to-do lists? Where you're like, yes, this? Oof, and that. Why don't I just add some of this in there too while we're at it, right? Unlimited, unlimited. And it starts with believing, right? You have to, are you the type of person that needs to see to believe, or do you believe in order to see? I'm someone who literally has to believe something in order for me to actually be able to see it. I could see so many things, and it doesn't mean that I believe in it, right? Oh, someone keeps jumping in here. There we go, I got her in here. So I'm gonna come down. I would love to hear, actually no, we're gonna pivot. When you ladies think of the word play, there's something about play, a play code that really just made you go, ooh, I'm interested, what is that? Or, I feel like I need more of it. In the chat box, write down, what does play mean to you and what does it feel like? I know some of us are wondering, play, what does play have to do with healing? Everything, and I'll explain that in a minute. Safety and joy, yeah. Fun, yeah. Creativity, fun, childlike. Play feels like an open heart. Play feels like freedom, space, yeah. Happiness, laughter, peace, joy, creative nature. We were born that way. We were born with so much play. And as we got older, as we got more conditioned, as things all of a sudden we were told we had to fit inside of a certain box in order to function in our society, then all of a sudden the rigidity, and I call it like the Mr. Burns, like we all get kind of Mr. Burnsy, like that rigidity when there's not enough play. What is the opposite of play? What's the opposite of play? Laughter, peace, joy, creative nature, yeah, Annie. Silly, yeah, Sierra, so good. Euphoria, Liz, yeah. Opposite of play, grief, fear, yeah. Satara, not enough play, girlfriend, you're in the right place. Bored, hiding. For me, the opposite of play is judgment. If you're in a space of judgment, you cannot play. You are containing yourself in order to move outside of the boundaries or the confinement that you have placed upon yourself. It is up to us to be able to see, where is my edge, and do I feel safe to actually move outside of that edge? Because with play, there's also a very big component of safety. If you don't feel safe, you will not play. How do we build safety in our bodies in order to allow this play code to move through us? Because when we play, we become creatives, right? It's like art. Every breathwork facilitator, wait, is it breaststroke, right? Is that right? It's a breaststroke? Sometimes I say breastwork by accident, so I'm mixing the two up, right? But each new stroke, you're creating new neural pathways using your creativity. You've created art that has never been made before, a movement that has never been made before, a color, a stroke of the brush, that's easier for me to say, that hasn't been made before. What happens when you do that is you're creating new neural pathways to new infinite amounts of possibilities. And when you create new infinite amount of possibilities, you're allowing the juiciness and the yumminess of play codes to come through you. Play, for me, the definition, and the coding will come through for everyone differently, and I'm going to throw down what it is for me, is your sensuality, your senses, your smell, your taste, how you feel, which is very grounding, right? Very embodied, mixed with joy. Joy for me is leaning into the frequency of gratitude, leaning into the positivity. Even though chaos can be happening around us, it's happening to many of us here in LA right now. And so thinking, oh, let me lean into play, that doesn't feel comfortable. I can't play while this is happening. No, we need your play right now, immediately, because when you change that frequency, you're showing up for yourself so that you have more space. And when you have more space, you're going to be able to serve more deeply and help more people. Two shakes if play is resonating with you in this moment. Yeah, right? When we think of it this way. And then as leaders, as feminine leaders, you guys are all amazing in here, doing amazing work in the world. You're all different light workers. How are you going to use this coding in the work that you're doing with other people? When you open up space within yourself, you're opening up space for other people. When you feel rigid, when we are doing this, because of all the self-doubt or the saboteurs that are getting in our way that make us like question ourselves. We're closing up space for the energy of the collective. So how can we continue to allow ourselves to really just show up and use this beautiful sensual joy and sensuality together, which equals play? So we're going to go into a little breath work right now. And actually, I want to throw it down. Does anyone have anything they want to say about play? I would love to hear what you guys are thinking right now. What coding is coming through you? Because it's always for the collective. We hear it and we're like, oh, me too. Oh, shit, that's so true. Whoa.
I I wanna
Oh,
talk.
Katara? Okay.
Yeah.
And then Annie after? Cool.
Okay. I really felt how much I need play because I feel that I don't play enough. Like it's my life is like so serious, like family and work. And then, like just coming in here and say, wow, like it feels weird at the beginning. And then it's like, wow, I am allowed to play. I need more of this. Like this is a medicine. So thank you. Thank you for that. I really needed this.
Yeah, you're welcome, Satara. You said it so beautifully. Play is medicine. It's a medicine, but we never think of it that way. We think of it as, oh, we're just like not taking something serious. No, we're taking every layer, every intricacy within our body serious. In fact, it takes so much safety to allow play, like I said, which takes time and a trauma-informed lens to like slowly get to our edges so that we feel safe enough to start to move in ways we might have never moved before. And the cool thing is when you start to embody play, you don't really have to talk about it. People feel it, right? Those of you who know me pretty well probably are like, oh, Michelle, play. Oh, that makes so much sense right now for her to be doing a workshop on this, right? It was already encoded in my body. And then I felt so called to just share this with as many women as possible because I truly believe that it will help us heal ourselves from the inside out. And I think that's also important to pull some of this in as we start to envision our 2025. Giselle, when you're working with all of your women, your leadership, how can we take very serious matters and play with it a little bit, but explain it in a way that it's not just a disassociation or a bypass, It's really allowing ourselves to find safety and trust in the body in order to actually have flexibility and fluidity, which feels so much better, right? Doesn't it feel so much better in your body when you have some like space? Wait, let me see, Liz. Did you have your hand raised, Liz? Here, let me open it up for you, babes. Go ahead.
No, I loved you're just on this like beautiful, you're in the flow state right now.
Yeah.
And I love witnessing you in that state, which was just that form of play, right?
Yeah.
Is when we're in, our hearts are open and we're in like flow state, like going with the flow, it kind of reminds me of surfing. And that's why
Yeah.
it's fun to move the body. And like, I always ask, like, my default mode is a relaxed body. So when I notice when I'm not relaxed and I'm like, what's going on? I start to investigate. So life is like a big game for me.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what it is? Our receptors are open. Like mine's open right now, so half the shit I'm throwing down, I did not plan. It's just I can feel it so viscerally in my body and it's coming out and I trust that it's for me and for everyone who is on this call. That's how it works when our receptors are open and we trust and we can receive and then we pass through us, right? We
Yes,
transmute it.
girl. Love you.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah. Love
seeing
you,
you in this
girlfriend.
place.
Oh, I love you. Tanika.
I just wanted to say, like, even in the midst when we were like dancing and, we're coming up with this vision and stuff like that, I really felt like there was like an honoring of like just my little girl inside of me and saying, it's safe. I invite you to the party. You can come out and play and be here and create and do all the fun stuff that we used to do as kids before this shit got so serious. Like, it's joyous, it's wonderful, it's light, it's sexy, it's all of the things that it needs to be. So whatever your little girl wants to do, or your little boy, or whoever's on this call right now, just that little person inside of you that's just screaming and saying, stop, don't grow up. Don't get so serious and lose all the fun and the laughter and the joy of life. Like, come out, come on, right? So
Absolutely. And
that's what it feels
joy,
like.
complete, thank you, Tanika. And it's our birthright to feel good. It's our birthright to feel good. We're not going to not feel pain. I'm not saying not feel pain. We have to move through pain. Pain, in fact, is the best art you'll ever make, right? That's how we actually connect to each other through our pain. We create art so that we can feel seen and transmute it so it doesn't stay stored in the body.
Yeah.
What we ignore is stored. So we create art, you know, Tanika, you in your acting and others in their painting. And there's so many different ways and art forms too that we can pull in that just feels so freaking yummy. And you know when you're in your flow state.
Oh, hell yeah.
Your Vajiji's mine's turned on right now. Like I'm pretty excited on this call. I'm not gonna lie, okay? It's happening in my body. And that's because it's like so visceral in the body to know there's something here that I want to share, and I just trust it 100%. Y'all have that in you. Thank you, Tanika, for that beautiful share. Yeah. God, I love women. We're the best. You're the best. So, okay, I'm going to keep us moving because I have a couple more things I want to do with you. We're going to go into some breath work. But with the breath work, I want us to now dive into 2025 vision. And instead of seeing it, I want you to feel it. How does your body want to feel as you move through all the visions that you said you want? Okay, so we're going to go through some breath work. Nothing intense. It's probably going to be about maybe 10 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes. And it's just going to be an in through the nose, out the mouth, like you're blowing through a straw. So good. Invitation, if you want to, y'all are muted. You can go, ha, or even stick out your tongue, ha, if you're feeling like there's any cobwebs that are sticking in the way of us feeling that flow through our body, okay? All of that is super welcome. If you feel like tapping or moving during your breath work because you're just intuitively in that space, go for it. No one's going to see you except for me, and I'm just holding space for you as your biggest cheerleader right now, okay? So I'm going to put 2 songs on. And then after that, we're going to go into, you know what? It'll be a surprise for you guys. So let's go into just closing our eyes. You guys are welcome to be seated for this. We're not going to go like into heavy breath work or anything. And just going ahead and closing the eyes for a minute. And I hope my voice, you can hear me with the music. Gabby, I'll ask you just to let me know once I turn it on. Let's see. Let's go with this one. All right, so let's just ground for a minute. Let's ground it back in. I know our energies are out. Let's take that beautiful energy that is penetrating outside of ourselves and start to really just hone it right into the body. Bringing that gentle, soft, if you hear a little bark, that's just Petrie. And just really allowing your whole essence to be here in this space. Feel seen, feel heard. And then making our way down a little bit more. Can y'all hear me on the music? Okay, good. Thank you for checking in. Y'all have my back. I love that. And just feeling into your heart for a moment, just noticing this beautiful beat in the center of your chest. Yeah, maybe even touching your heart with your hands, bringing physicality to that space if that feels good and yummy. And just asking yourself, what does your heart need for 2025? Forget the mind, forget of all the things that we think we want. What does your heart desire and truly need? Ask her. She's so wise and so intelligent. She's always listening. You just have to speak to her. And then somatically moving down into the belly and just noticing, witnessing this part of you. Any sensations, noticing your texture, your color. Noticing if you're holding on to anything in that space. And then moving down into our hips, where we often hold our trauma, the weight of the world. Noticing if it feels heavy or light. Beautiful. And then making our way all the way down to our feet. Noticing if we're grounded, we feel centered. And in this moment, when you are scanning your entire body, just where do you feel the most friction or pushback? Where do you feel any heavy energy? Just without judging it, just noticing, observing, and witnessing. And then placing these beautiful, loving palms onto that area of the body. Little child, this little you that lives inside of you that just wants to be seen, cared for, celebrated, valued. You don't have to prove anything anymore. You are perfect just as is. You're enough. Maybe sitting with this beautiful part of your body and asking her, what do you need? Thank you for showing up today so I can see where I'm holding extra tension and what do you need? Going ahead, we're going to take a nice, big, beautiful sip of air for this part, honoring all the parts of ourselves. Exhaling it out the mouth. Starting nice and gentle. Take another breath of air. Exhaling that out. One more, let's hold it at the top. Big, beautiful inhale. Filling up your belly, filling up your lungs, and holding on, noticing where in your body have you been holding on to that may no longer serve, where you can create more space to step into more safety and trust so we can finally play. And when you feel ready to let that trust outside of the mouth, opening yourself up to play, you can exhale it out. Beautiful. And then we're going to start to pick this up a little bit more. So we're going to continue with this breath, but we're going to pick up the speed a little bit. So really starting to feel the expansion, honoring this part of you. Witnessing all the parts, even the painful parts that are there. Without pushing them away, how can we allow play into the body? Beautiful. Continue with this breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Yeah, more space. You got this. Only you can hold yourself back. Maybe today we try something new in a space that is collective, that is supportive, that is saying yes to you. We're all saying yes with every cell in our body, continuing that breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Ooh, there you are. Inhale. So good. Exhale. There you are. You're so beautiful in all of your sensuality, with all of your senses really starting to allow that power source within you. Good. Big, beautiful inhale. Noticing if any disassociation comes here, seeing if you can stick to the breath. Sometimes we feel like running when it gets too close. Good. Just focusing on one breath at a time. So good. If you feel like moving around, some of you may want to stand, some of you may want to sit, tap, whatever is here, but continue your breath. Keep opening up that receptor. Keep opening up your heart. Stay here. It counts, especially when it feels uncomfortable. How can you continue to open and trust with every new breath that you take? Trust. Good, and grounding it into the earth at the same time, reaching all the way up to the stars, while grounding your core right into the root and feeling every layer, every polarity, every sensation in between that. So good. Yes, Giselle, beautiful. Good, good, Liz, nice. Keep it going. Woo! Maybe you feel like howling at the moon because you can, because you feel like it. Fuck it. Here's that space. Seeing where your edge is, seeing if you can push it a little, and if it feels unsafe, dial it back. Full agency in the body. Here we go. Big, beautiful breath. Inhale. Exhale. Woo. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Continuing with this breath a little bit longer. We're here for 1 more minute. That's it. How do you want to show up in this space right now? Is it soft? Is it juicy? Is it sexy? What is it? Allowing every piece of being a woman to be here in this space. And imagining your 2025 here. Imagining how it feels with every cell in your body, building that safety. Feeling at home in your own body. Finding partnerships that make you feel joyful. Knowing that you deserve that. Continuing a couple more breaths. Maybe there's anger here and you want to kind of let that out. Big inhale. Yeah, letting out anything that's here. All is welcome, all of you. Good. Taking a nice inhale. We're going to hold it at the top for a moment. Big inhale. We're going to hold our breath here for as long as you can. Turning our pain into gratitude.
I'm grateful more than I've ever been.
Feeling the capacity, the gratitude for the capacity to feel. It's fucking amazing.
Yes, I'm grateful.
Yes.
Full to the brim.
It looks so beautiful when you feel fully.
I'm grateful.
You're creating art with your tools. I love them so much.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Grateful I woke up again. Woke up and took a breath again, Yahweh. Looked up and saw the sun again. I'm grateful for the eyes I have. Amen. I'm moving on my toes again. I'm grateful for the wind against my face. I'm grateful for the sensation of a loved one's embrace. I'm grateful for the lemon juice upon my lips. I'm grateful I can smile when I'm tasting
it. To joy. Because we can, and it is there to support you always.
I'm grateful.
Giving yourself the capacity
Full to the brim.
Building that inner
space. Yes, I'm grateful. More than I've ever been.
Beautiful vision of what you want to see, with how you want to feel. What does that look like for you?
I'm grateful.
Who are you serving? What is your purpose?
To the brim. Yes, I'm grateful. More than I've ever been. It's true, yeah, it's true, yeah.
That final breath of air, big beautiful sip. And then a nice big sigh. Letting it all out. Yeah, shake it out. Woof! So powerful. Every single one of you. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go straight into writing once more, and I want you to write down how you want to feel in 2025. This matters more than what you think you want. Sometimes we think we want something and then we go and get it, and then that feeling, that void we have inside is still there because the mind thought we wanted it. But if you think about how you want to feel, your feeling will guide you to what you need to do, who you need to be with, what job you can serve in most deeply, right? So I'm going to put on some fun tunes here. Let's write it down. Anything goes. How do you want to feel? Let's do it. Here we go. We'll be here for about 5 minutes. Limitless, expansive, fucking free, safe. Feel with your heart. Let your heart lead you and guide you to where you need to go. Can you trust that? Can you build enough trust and safety in your body to trust your heart to lead, even if it doesn't make sense to the mind? How big do you want your vision to be? Nothing is too much. Yes, write it down. Get your pen to paper, keep it going, let it flow. So good. Unlimited amount of love. Your heart has infinite, boundless, unwaveringly amounts of unconditional love. Where is it going to guide you? What kind of spaces do you put yourself in so you can re-access this part of you? It's palpable, it's magnetic. People need this. This will help heal the world. Every single one of you counts. Every time you say yes to yourself, you're saying yes to so many people. One more minute, almost there. And if you feel called to continue to write after this, you can. How big can your heart expand? Beyond these walls, beyond this body, how far can you reach? Closing up your sentence here. You can always come back to it after the workshop. You can write forever. You can just continue to write. If this even just feels good, bring that into your practice. Yeah. Woo! Okay. How are we feeling right now? What is in our bodies? Write that in the chat box, and then I'm going to break you guys into groups again. What are you feeling in this moment when you're bringing how you want to feel into your vision? Yeah, you're flying, Gabby. I love that. Yeah, clarity, huge, big. Yeah, connected, relieved, supported. All this took was us getting on a call together, talking about what we need, honoring what's not feeling good, and then realizing we have what we need inside of ourselves to expand as far as we want to go. Remember that. That's what it takes. What spaces, what places, what people are we spending our time with so that we can serve and heal more deeply our planet and the world, right? Light, relaxed, relieved, supported. Oh, I love all of this. So I'm going to put us into breakout groups for 4 minutes. That gives you 2 minutes each person. And I want you unwaveringly to tell your beautiful sister you're put in a call with, this beautiful stranger, what your big vision is based on what you've done today. Okay? So I think we do 8. So let me go with open all rooms, recreate, 8, recreate. Okay, cool. I will see. Oh, I need to make it longer. Let me just do that. How do I do that again? Wait a sec. Oh, that's how I do it. Give me 2 seconds. I know this. I just learned how to do breakout rooms. 4 minutes. There we go. Boom. All right. I'll see y'all on the other side. Have fun. All right. Coming
Oh my
back.
gosh, Michelle, I'm having such clarity right now. It's amazing.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, hold on. I'm gonna just hone in here while everyone comes back, and then I'll open the space up for some shares. And then we have about 15 minutes left, so if you ladies can hang tight, we're almost there. We're on a journey together. Some people are still in the room, so let's give them a second to pop back. My computer's, of course, almost dead, so I just plugged it in. Story of my life. How are you 9 o'clockers? Cara, are you exhausted or what? It's late for you, right? You're a night owl.
Dancing made me awake again. So
Yes,
I
that
was
did
feeling
it.
like, and then, yeah, no, it's 10 p.m. now. Yeah.
Oh, 10 p.m. I know sometimes when our creativity starts going, it's like you just want to like, it's yummy and you're like, it just gets you kind of going, right? So
Yeah.
good. How are you all feeling getting to share with each other? Two shakes if that felt so nice to just say your big vision with somebody else. And how did you feel received? Two shakes if that felt good. You felt so received. Yeah, I would love to open the space up for, let's do two shares, and then we're going to go into the last part here. Two shares. Liz?
Whew, it's coming in hot on an emotional level right in here. But the clarity is that I survived suicide, and now I get to help others also survive suicide. And I want to shift the paradigm around, talking about it and making a choice of like, yeah, and not judging myself. I considered suicide, and I have a choice in like shifting that and being okay talking about it and telling others how to also survive it and recognize they have a choice and they don't have to judge themselves for it. So that's coming in really strong. So my vision for 2025 is to help 100 people who were going to kill themselves survive suicide.
It's really beautiful, Liz. Thank you so much for opening up and sharing that with us. Wow, so powerful. Yeah. Anyone else feel called to jump on? Getting all the hearts. Yeah. Let's hear the big vision. What do you girls got? Let's go. Let's fucking go.
I'll share my vision.
Yes.
I want to fall in love with myself again after divorce. I want to know how I want to make love, how I want to sleep, what do I like, when do I want to wake up, what do I want to wear without having to find the validation or the feedback of anyone else.
I love that so much. Girl, two shakes if everyone like felt that and also resonates with it. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm calling those codes in too, Satara. Thank you for bringing those into the space. Yeah. Let's do one more share. One more beautiful share. Who's it going to be? All right, Annie.
2025 is prosperity and embodying prosperity as I move from space to space to space, because currently this is not my home. I'm in between, so to speak. So yeah, embodying prosperity, authenticity, playfulness, like really playfulness, and seeing how words really do co-create and allowing safety. Like, so this has just been perfect.
So good. Thank you so much for sharing. I love this. Girls, doesn't it feel so like I had a dude sign up, by the way, and I told him off in an email. I was like, "What are you thinking? It says feminine leadership. No, what could your intention possibly be?" Like just creating safety containers with women only. Like we understand each other so deeply. We literally have portals in our bodies, connected to a void that poops out babies. Men can't do that, right? So there's just like an inner acceptance and like visceral connectivity amongst women that just feels really, really, really good in a space. And I'm just so happy you guys are here. And I forgot to mention off the top of the call, but I'm going to mention it now. So next week we are starting a playground. I'm not even calling it a program. I threw program out because that feels so masculine, and I really want to bring in the juicy feminine flow of a playground where we're going to do stuff like this every single week. So having that beautiful accountability, having community, having a space to feel seen, heard, and also working on those crevices, the ones that feel ugh, but then being able to work through those together. And then the coolest fucking thing, for anyone who's interested in plant medicine, that is something that I've been hosting for many years now. I used to do them every month in my home. And now I've opened up a space in Joshua Tree. So I have a retreat coming up too. And I have 2 spaces left for, I think it's February 28th to March 1st. And that's smack in the middle of She Code. So She Code is the name of the playground. And there's 3 components to it. There is soak it, wash it, wear it. So there's a soak it phase of just like the awareness of what is possible for us. The second is the wash it phase. So like really working through the parts of us that don't feel a little crevicey. And then the wear it, where we're wearing our confidence. We're actually embodying the change that we want to be and see. And so if this resonates for you and that's something that you're calling in, we start next week. I can't fucking believe it. It's something I put a lot of love and all of my like heart into over the past 6 months. So if this is something you would like to continue, I'll still hold spaces regardless. I'll have workshops out there. But if you want to like take it a bit more seriously and we're actually like, committing to each other every single week and going through a process together. The other thing I want to name too is the process, the system that I talk about is your own. It's like figuring out your own system. My system is for you guys to figure out your own system. If someone throws something out there and then you try to copy it, you're copying someone else's system. If it doesn't resonate in your body, right? Like finding out your own coding, finding out your blueprint, and then putting that into the world is where you feel authentic for everyone, right? So if that is something you guys are interested in, again, it's Tuesday nights. It starts next week. And for everyone on this call, if you sign up this evening, here's my incentive. It's 20% off. And if you sign up before Tuesday, it's 10% off. So 20% off for tonight and then 10% off by Tuesday. I know I've held a lot of you in different spaces, different places, in different ways, some with medicine, some with breath work. Actually, let's jump. Where's Gabby? Gabby's a couple of you are in She Code. Yeah, Gabby, you want to tell us why you're joining She Code? What is your
Yeah,
what
I
made
was
you
just
jump?
gonna, it's funny because I was actually just gonna unmute myself, but I didn't want to cut you off. But um I remember like when I was initially speaking to you, you brought something up that really stuck with me and it resonated because it's very true to where I'm at. And you mentioned being a human doer instead of a human being. And I feel like much of what I do is connected to what you said in terms of the place you were once at with owning your own company and being in that go, go, go mentality and losing sight of just being. And so that's why I'm so, so excited for She Code because um, I want to get to that place where I am in more of a state of being. I'm in my body more. I feel safe in my body more. I'm not using my work as a device to distract myself from how I'm feeling. And I'm taking moments to fill my cup before I fill everyone else's around me. And just to step in my playfulness. For me, I'm very discerning with like the different programs I do, and you're very much a safe space that embodies um, the playfulness and everything that you teach. So I'll leave it at that. I won't go into too much detail, but I'm so, so, so excited. So I hope to see a few of these beautiful faces in the program as well.
Yeah, yeah. And if it's not the right time, that's okay. But if it is and you're like, fuck this, I love this so much, I'm fucking ready, let's do it. It's right around the corner. It's literally 1 week away. And yeah, I'll send you guys a follow-up email with the discount codes and all that after this call. And I have a feminine visionary journal that I made too that I'm going to give you guys as a freebie as well. So if you're like, oof, I love what we threw down today, I created like different QR codes to go with each page, which has different playlists that I enjoy. So if you guys like my music, that'll be on there as well. So I'm going to throw that into an email with you ladies. And is there any, Lenny? Yeah, it's Giselle. I love it. Any last minute shares we want to throw into this group today? I would love to actually hear from you guys a little bit more. Okay, I have a final question for you. It just like flooded through my receptor. how does the word play, how has the word play shifted from the beginning of this call for you? Yeah, Gabby.
As I was just kind of speaking to, this kind of came up for me. I actually, through this call, I realized I have shame around the word play and embodying play. Um, I'm not sure exactly like where it comes from, but I feel like it could be connected to maybe the space that I work in and the the way I kind of live my day to day. But that was a big thing that kind of came up for me during this call is the shame I have around being playful and holding that within myself and having that awareness actually I think will help me to move forward. I mean, especially like hence why she code is perfect for me, but that was just something that came up. Shame.
Yeah, yeah, really beautiful to have the awareness around that and to not judge the shame and allow the
Yeah.
shame to be there because she's there for a reason and to start asking that part of you like what is this for? Like why do I feel this? Like what is shameful and is it true? Is it shameful? And why am I feeling this? And then we get to start to work through those little like mini parts of ourselves that don't feel safe and that don't feel expressed. And then that's how we start to feel more embodied. Thank you, Gabby. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Who else? What shifted in the word play from when you showed up to this moment right now?
I'll go.
Yeah.
Hi.
Morgan.
Hi,
Hi.
babes.
Hi. Also,
Hi.
Morgan's going to be doing human
Oh.
design for She Code. So we have a couple like guest like workshops as well with Gene Keys and human design. So that's also cool. Okay, keep going.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah. So the for me, um, play the way that it had shifted is that it definitely had an air of like unseriousness. But it was like it was when we first started, I was like, oh yeah, like I love to play. Like I play all the time and I'm in this play. And really like what it is it's me being like irresponsible almost. Like I'm like, oh, like yeah, just gonna leave that over there and say that I'm
Mm,
playing, right? But
mm,
really, like, I'm missing out on that intention. And when I bring, like, now I'm like, oh, but when I like am playing for real and I'm embodied, I'm
mm,
connected, I'm here. And like those feelings that start to come through for me are those feelings of joy, those feelings of sensuality, of really like connecting with my senses and using my whole like that's what I said is like this year I'm going to feel my whole body and I'm going to feel the world with my whole body in this like all of the senses and activating all of those. And so yeah, so like recognizing that play is not serious, but it doesn't have to be unserious, if that makes sense in the kind of words of like, it's like, it gets to be intentional, it gets to be directed, it gets to be moved through instead of just like, oh no, I'm playing today and kind of all over the place, which is
mhm,
how I prefer to be. I think is almost a default story of mine of like, well, like nope, that's too much. That's too serious. I don't want to do that. And right, just such a story about it.
mm,
It's so interesting to see how that has moved from like, oh, play gets to be intentional. And when
mm.
play is intentional, that's really where the delight gets to show up.
Oof. Do y'all hear what she just threw down right now?
Sorry.
Redefining how something as a new neural pathway right there. It's like play to me meant this, and now oof, I opened myself up to a opportunity to jump on a random workshop that Michelle put out, and what is this? And it's like, oh wow, wait a second, holy shit, this could mean this. And then it just opens up more possibilities, and then all of a sudden the meaning and the intention and like the oomph of the word changes in the makeup of your body. That was fucking cool. Thank you, Morgan. Thanks for sharing that. All right, I have my little cousin here. I want to bring her on. Let's go. We got our hand up. Hi, cutie.
Hi.
Hi, thank you for
So
being here.
what Morgan just said and throughout the workshop kind of just made me think of the saying like work hard, play hard. And I
Mm,
feel like that like throughout the workshop it kind of made me realize that like it shouldn't be work hard, play hard. It should just be like play.
mm.
And I feel like it's really hard to realize, especially with all the pressures of like our life and like the day-to-day job, and just everything.
Yeah, work hard is masculine, play hard is feminine. What we want
Yeah.
to do is actually balance the feminine and masculine so they harmonize within the body, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the goal. Is like, how can we balance my human doer with my human beer? Because if we're so much in our like feminine energy, feminine qualities is like free flow and there's no structure and we're really in that like kind of yummy juicy space, but we need also the masculine energy to be decisive and grounded and like have some structure. So when we can actually like play with those and let them dance together, they become harmonized in the body, and then that's where we have this beautiful balance. So maybe you're noticing, Ciara, that you were out of balance in terms of leaning really heavily in your like gotta work so hard, and so you're like, oh, I need to pull in more play. But then you'll notice if you go too much in the play, you also want to like balance it into the middle too, right? Oh, I love that you're on here. Thank you so much for your share. Ladies, can we get one of these for Ciara? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else feel called to share?
Oh, my mom.
Oh, your mom? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, my auntie's on here too.
Okay. Do
And,
I?
Auntie, were you wanting to say something? And then I'll go to Tanika.
Um,
Oh,
sorry.
whatever that is, it's not working. It's kind of doubling up.
Sarah,
Oh,
turn off your phone or
that's
turn off
good.
mine.
Yep, that
Can you
works.
hear me now?
Yep, I hear you.
Oh, that's okay. I can't hear.
You can't hear? Okay, we're gonna go to Tanika for now, just for the sake of time. Tanika, jump on. Here you go.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello, I love you. Yeah, girl. So play. It's so fucking sexy and juicy and delicious. And I always say that I'm like, it's like a good meal that everybody wants to eat. And when we're in that space of play, it's infectious, it's attractive, and people want to, delve closer to you. I mean, we're adults, so finding opportunities in our work, in our daily lives to, you know, find that ability to play and just, loosen ourselves up as opposed to be so rigid. And I guess those qualities that we say are masculine, right? It's just, I think it's one of those things that empowers other people to find their freedom as well, too. And joy comes into the mix when you're in that space. And I found through a lot of my work, as soon as I start getting serious, it's dead. Like literally is dead. If I'm taking things too seriously, if I'm like, no, I've got to work, like I've got to work hard right now, sort of thing, it just cuts off all the possibilities. Whereas if I come into it with the spirit of saying that I want to play, like I came into this workshop today, thank you so much for wording it and having the word playground. Brilliant. It now makes it juicy and fun, and creativity comes through. You feel more relaxed, you feel safer, you feel more joyous, and in that space great things happen. So that's where I'm kind of at, just understanding that when I come to play in that way, the possibilities are endless.
Fucking endless. Thank you so much, Tanika. I love this. And even ladies too, when we're throwing down play might not feel safe. Like some of you have named, it might not feel safe just yet. So knowing like maybe just dialing it, letting yourself play a little bit and then maybe a little bit more to build the capacity to feel safe within the body so you can play more and more and become more and more embodied, right? It's not like a one time fixes all, one Michelle workshop and we're embodied, right? But it's like little sips. This is where the trauma informed comes in. It's like little sips of just feeling more comfortable. Ooh, where's my edge? Okay, there's the edge. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Like, and safety comes in three different, I mean, there's so many different pillars for safety I can go into. That's actually one of the modules we're going into is like safety. But there's emotional safety. How much capacity do I have to feel today? And that changes on a day to day, especially as women with moon cycles. I just started my period today and I was like, whoa, I'm surprised I have this much energy because typically when I start my period, I'm dead. I'm like, oh God, I'm doing play today. Yeah, it came through today, right? But so finding, emotional safety, physical safety in the body, like even just moving, like if we're feeling self-conscious, if we're feeling shame, does that feel safe? Probably not. And it like takes a second to get out of the mind and just be like, fuck it, right? And then you're just in your like, who gives a shit? Like this feels good. What's more important than caring about what other people think is actually caring about how you feel. So what if someone's like, that's weird? They're probably looking at you going, ooh, that looks like it feels good. Right? Who cares? Also, no matter what we throw down, if you guys are using your voices for social media or just like in public, no matter what you throw down, somebody is going to say something about it and they're not going to like you. Who cares? So if we were to try to do the battle of trying to be liked by everyone, you are going to lose. You're losing already. So if you can just accept that, then we can actually just start going, well, even if these people don't like me, at least if I'm throwing down my authenticity and who I actually am right now, I can help all of these people who do and who it does resonate for. And it's not up to us to decide what codes we throw down resonate for different people's receptors. That's not, you just throw them down and people get to choose if it works for them or not. That is called discernment, and it is a beautiful thing in life, right? So even same thing with today's workshop. I might have thrown some things down. You're like, oh, yummy, yes, I love that. And some things might be like, that one didn't really like land for me, and that's perfect because you have your own codes and then you're going to share them with somebody else. This is how it works. This is why community is so freaking powerful. I love you all so much. And with that said, we are going to dance it out one last time to one more song, and then I will see you guys on the other side. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Tanika, I see you ready. Okay, now I'm going to actually turn the music up because I don't need to talk anymore. Here we go. Woo! Fuck it. 11 p.m. Let's go. Moving in any way that just feels so good. Woo! The power of women, baby, in one space. Woo! Okay, Morgan, I see you. Yes, Heather. All right, Christine. Woo! Hey, get it, Annie. Yes, Giselle. Woo! Creating new neural pathways, new moves. Who fucking cares? Woo! Freedom, baby. Noticing where in your body you feel unsafe. Grab your hands, hold that part. Tell them they are so fucking safe and you're okay to move and be free to be. Yeah, there you go. Woo! Opening up your whole heart. Your whole fucking heart. Yes, there it is. I feel her. Woo! Feels good. Yeah. Okay, Amber, I see you. All right, coming back to the screen, I want you to bring your palms into the screen. Let's put it towards each other. Let's send so much loving energy from our palms. I fucking love you. Say it. I love you. You fucking rock. I am fucking epic. Say it. I am fucking epic. Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. I love you all. Thank you so, so much for being here with me. Thank you for trusting. Thank you for being a human being with me tonight. And I will see you all when I see you all. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your week. Mwah.